This I shepherd, I shall not want. Him make it I like down in a green pasture. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepared a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kedema we gromabi. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it will only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral, and we have never claimed to be, because we have taken sides. The side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. And my name, Black Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire there is something super sumptuous cooking, ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in all its entirety. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. And remember, we are live on Facebook. We are super live on YouTube. You can also find us on Instagram. Yes, also on X, formerly called Twitter, and on TikTok, where we are ticking and talking with the hands of patriotism. And I start by giving you a big salute of patriotism. I want to say thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you and we love you. Do me a favor, please. Share the broadcast. And also, if you have not as yet, subscribe to this channel. We are called Black Empire Media. It takes only 1 second. Hit on the subscription button and then boom, hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. This is the headquarters of the truth. This is where the truth lives. If you are looking for the truth, this is the address of the truth. And I'm most excited to be with you. Today we have very important issues to look at. 4 very important news items. And from the news reel, we endeavor to always keep it real. If you are ready for today's action, please take a walk with me. Come along. Okay? This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Please share the broadcast so many more people can be part of today's action. We have a number of exclusives. Oh my God. I can't wait to go into action. Recommend us to family and friends. Recommend us, my brother, my sister, to all your loved ones. This is the address of the truth, ultimately. And we love you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, one more time, hit on the subscription button and then on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. We are ready for action. If you are ready, story number 1. Watch this. Shócker as Hanan falls into bigger trouble. Implicates more. Who is Hanan Abdul Wahab? My brother, my sister, the guy who was said to have been born in July 1982, he comes all the way from Widana in the Boku area. He went to school in Widana and also in Tamale. Then he went to the University of Ghana. From there he went to the Hanan University in China. He's a very hard-working student. If there's anything that he has to study, he studies it very well. So while he was in school as a student, he passed his subjects with ease. His teachers loved him. And Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo believed that this was a great guy. He would be able to handle NAFCO. And he made him the boss of NAFCO for nearly 8 solid years. Whilst he was at NAFCO, he became a great robber, allegedly. He formed Hanan and the 40 armed robbers. My brother, my sister, they stole from the country with both hands. Hanan, between 2017 and 2024, former Buffer Stock CEO Abdul Hanan Wahab, his wife Faiza Seiduwuni, and 2 others transferred 78 million Ghana cedis from Buffer Stock accounts into their personal company accounts. He was a man who stole so much money, according to investigators, and bought so many houses in so many different areas of Ghana. He had humble beginnings from a really poor home. And when he got the opportunity to serve the motherland, Ghana, he became an armed robber. He stole with a pen. He robbed his wife in, Faiza Seiduwuni, and together they stole from the nation with no mercy. He also had political ambitions. So he went all the way to Boko, where he wanted to become an MP. And this is a poster that became so popular in the area. Parliamentary candidate for Pusiga, Alhaji Hanan Abdul Wahab Alodeba. He traveled to Mecca with stolen money, some of the time with his wife. And he even had some NPP MPs go with him sometimes. Those MPs, my brother, my sister, came back later and supported him in his bid to become an MP. One of those MPs, my brother, my sister, is an MP in Tamale right now, my brother, my sister, who is hiding from the shame of this guy right now. But they used to be very good friends. Alassane Tampoli. He and Alassane Tampoli were photographed in Mecca, enjoying themselves, giving praises to the Most High Allah, going all the way to see the grave of the Prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessings of the Almighty Allah be upon him. Little did everybody know that this guy called Hanan Abdul Wahab Alodeba went to Mecca with stolen money. My brother, my sister, but the spirits of Prophet Muhammad exposed him ultimately. When investigators got wind of the fact that he had stolen so much money, that shocked everybody. Today, my brother, my sister, he is in bigger trouble. Having bought a number of properties all over Ghana, as shown to us here from the office of the president in terms of communications, it is shocking. Properties acquired with the process of crime, and this is by the former boss of NAFCO, Buffer Stock Company, Abdul Hanan Abdul Wahab Alodeba. And here we see a 5-bedroom house at Chain Homes, which cost more than 1.6 million American dollars. We are not talking quickly. And then 3-bedroom house at Cantonments, more than $500,000 American dollars, not Jamaican dollars. And plus of land at Airport Development, more than $500,000, close to 1 million American dollars. And remember, this is American dollars, not Gambian dollars. Watch this 17-bedroom boutique hotel at Gumani in Tamale, half $250,000 American dollars. This is $250,000 American dollars. And then a bedroom bungalow situated at Jowlu, Accra, right here in Accra, which is worth 4.1 million Ghana cedis. And then he purchased a 0.32 acre government land for 307,200 Ghana cedis. Dash it away. My brother, my sister, we have already broken down how much he spent on his political career, buying rice, oil, motorbikes, and all that for the NPP party, including donating mobile phones to the President of the Republic of Ghana during his campaign. My brother, my sister, and that you can see. We don't have too much time into this because today's show is tight. Dash it away. My brother, my sister, Abdul Hanan Abdul Wahab Alodiba is a master thief according to state agencies in charge of investigations. He has run to the courts. And what is he saying to the courts? The news is all over the media today in Ghana. Hanan is angry that something is being done to him, and for him, he thinks it's unfair. Here he is, ex-Buffer stock boss fights back, says AG's allegations untrue. Run the story, my youth, and the story is deep. Abdul Hanan Abdul Wahab files application at High Court challenging Iyoko's freezing of his house in Palsi, Tamale, arguing the property was lawfully acquired in 2013, long before his appointment as Buffer Stock CEO. That is what he's saying. And it's been published in so many newspapers in Ghana today. And this it is also on Ghana Web. It says former Buffer Stock CEO petitions court to lift Iyoko freeze on wrongfully tagged properties. Dash it away. Now this is what everybody knows. And when we come here, we bring you the X factor. We tell you what you don't know, what other people don't know. Now this is what is happening. All of a sudden, Hanan has been able to get a certain guy come out to say that some of the houses that have been frozen were actually his, in collaboration with Hanan's wife. Listen to this. This guy comes out to tell the authorities that, listen, some of the houses that you have frozen do not belong to Hanan. They actually belong to me. And some of them also belong to me and also the wife. What is the name of this guy? He's called Kendrick Kennan. Kendrick Kennan. He is the owner of Kennan Properties Limited. Kennan Properties Limited, right here in Accra, and it's a real estate agency. In fact, they build and sell houses all over Accra and beyond. They have gone international with the type of buildings they send and their business. My brother, my sister, Kendrick Kennan is the name of the owner of Kennan Properties Limited. He is the guy who has come to tell authorities, you know what? Some of the houses do not belong to Hanan. They belong to me and Hanan's wife. Come here. Now watch the interesting things. Now as investigators decided to go into this, it becomes very funny. Now, information reaching me from the vineyard, more than just authentic, is that some of the houses are still in the name of Faiza Wuni and not in the name of Faiza Wuni and the so-called Kennan boss. Can I tell you more? Now, it has come out that a house that Hanan was living in around Achimota, which he claimed he was renting, actually belonged to this same Kennan guy. And Everything is pointing to the direction that Hanan actually bought that house from Kenan. But because of investigations, Kenan is fronting and saying, you know what? Hanan actually rented it for me. That is not enough. Let me tell you more. Now, another thing that is happening is this. The same Kenan has been found to be a main supplier. A main supplier, my brother, my sister, of buffer stock, NAFCO. Do we understand it? Now, listen and listen attentively. Hanan has been doing business with this guy. He's a major supplier to NAFCO. And you know what NAFCO is involved in? What NAFCO does is a buffer stock business. It buys excess of harvest. If farmers farm yam, farm potatoes, farm millet and corn, and there's a bumper harvest, instead of making the food go into waste, what buffer stock does is to buy the extra harvest from farmers and store that for use in the lean seasons. That is the work of buffer stock. The school feeding project, buffer stock played a very important role in that. All the food bought was used to feed students in the school and even more. My brother, my sister, food that is bought by buffer stock in excess of the harvest could also be used for emergency situations. Not more. Hanan was in business neck to neck with this guy called Kendrick Kenan. Kendrick Kenan. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, it is more than just clear that Hanan is an accomplice, or Kenan is an accomplice of Hanan. That is what it is. So, the whole story becomes laughable. Come here. Come here. My brother, my sister, Hanan has run to court. He says that he bought a house in 2013. Some people even say 2011. And for that matter, that house should not be frozen because it was bought before he became the boss of NAFCO. Now, this is the logic behind what he has said. If you are said to have acquired some property out of stolen money, and we are looking at your properties so we can freeze and sell to pay back the stolen money to our nation, do we care which ones you bought 5 million years before you started stealing from us? Do we care which houses you bought 7 trillion years before you started stealing from us, allegedly? We are looking for your properties. As long as it's your properties, whether you bought this property 7 million years ago before you started stealing from NAFCO or not, it's not material in the scheme of things. My brother, my sister, it's a very happy day for Ghana and a very sad day for Hanan. For Kendrick, he has run away from investigators, I believe. As it stands right now, he himself has been implicated. He probably did not know that investigations done 7 trillion years ago, modernity has set in, so it's different from investigations now. Kendrick Kenan is a business partner of Hanan, just like Hanan's wife, Faiza Wuni. So if investigators didn't see you at the beginning, now you have brought yourself. The net has covered you too. We are looking for all the people Hanan did business with, stole our money alongside with. So we are looking for them. And you brought yourself. Information reaching me is that Kendrick Kenan has run away. As in, he doesn't want to hear about Hanan anymore because the net has covered him. He didn't know that this was how deep it was. But probably because Hanan was his friend and they had some good old days, they did business together, stole from the nation together. There was a time Hanan even wanted to sell the buffer stock building, the NAFCO building, to this guy, a government building. Hanan wanted to sell a government office building, NAFCO, where it stands right now, to this guy called Kendrick. It took officials to say no. What Hanan said was that they were going to sell it and use the money to build a better one. And he was going to sell it to this same guy. So it looks like their PICs, partners in crime, and investigators are busily running around trying to put an end to this issue and look towards more. As it stands right now, I can imagine how busy Iyoko is going to be. Under Raymond Archer, Iyoko is economic and organized crime office. It has become so attractive. Presently, many Ghanaians want to work at Iyoko. All because this gentleman here called Raymond Archer has made it more than just attractive. Congratulations. We love what is going on, and we are looking forward to dusting all these things so that all the criminals can be put away and the country will become better. Hanan is in a shockingly bigger trouble that he has brought onto himself. And this guy here called Kendrick Kenan, who thought that it was time to help a friend, has realized that he's put himself in a bigger trouble. Now, he wants to move out of the whole thing and confess. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Hey! Come here! Now, story number 2. Watch this. ALHAJI'S wife cries in public over frozen accounts. I told you already, we don't speak until it's time to speak. We do not speak until it's time to speak. And when we speak, it is nothing but factual. When we return, we got more on ALHAJI'S wife and more.
Again. Wagwan, Skipper George.
Blackpot, Coco Show, man.
Story number 2. My brother, my sister, this is the Blackpot, aka Kuku Show, and here we speak truth to power. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, time now to do that. Time now to hit on the notification button so that at the end of it all, anytime we are on, you will be reminded to watch story number 2. Watch this. ALHAJI'S wife cries in public over stolen frozen accounts. ALHAJI'S wife cries in public over frozen accounts. Who is ALHAJI'S wife? Rashida Sani. That's her. Pretty, beautiful, hardworking, and very futuristic minded. This is ALHAJI'S wife. She's one of the people that we know so well. She moved all the way from journalism into business. At a time, she became a business tycoon, one of the biggest her age in the country. She won a number of awards all over the place. She comes from a family where the father had 4 wives. And her mother, Haji'S, had a number of children. Very beautiful family. But her mind was that she was in a hurry to move into the realms of wealth and stand strong in that regard. So it looked like it didn't matter to her the virtues of making money. By hook or crook, she would make money anyhow. My brother, my sister. So what did she do? She started getting into corners, dirty corners, shrouded in some aspect of corruption. She got in contact with a guy called Edubuahin, the master thief, as told to us by investigators of the nation. Edubuahin's face is synonymous with crime and fraud. He flew with her via Emirates Airlines, and several times they did that. One time there was a problem when Edubuahin was late. And what happened? The attendant said no. The Emirate attendant said, you are late, you can't fly. Long story cut short, the lady was finally kidnapped. She almost lost her life. The matter was all over in the news. People talked about it. ALHAJI'S wife's name came into the spotlight for these bad reasons. She's the owner of ALHAJI'S wife Wachi, located on the Spintex Road, a high-profile Wachi base. My brother, my sister, this is what it is. And look at the building, heavy. My brother, my sister, if you want to eat designer Wachi, that is where you go. Her name is Rashida Sani. She comes from a family of 25 children. She is number 24. My brother, my sister, this is Rashida Sani. We told you that investigators were on her heels for so many different reasons. One of them is the fact that she was so close to Edubuahin, and it came out that a lot of the stolen money, our money that was stolen, a lot of it went to Rashida and some other people. People who were close to them and in the business. Some who were even working at the bank where the money was stolen through, confirmed to investigators that a lot of the money went to Rashida. It was even alleged that Edubuahin bought her house at Airport Hills. an exotic house, and we showed you the inside of that house. My brother, my sister, Edubuahene was said to be an item with Rashida Sani. They were dating, as told to us. They flew several times and visited several beautiful places on romantic pilgrimages. That is not what we are interested in. What we are interested in is the fact that because the two of them were an item, they collaborated and stole from the people of Ghana. Now, Rashida Sani has so many companies. Some of them we might not even be able to mention. Boya, named after her mother. Isaiah, she has Isaiah Homes as well. And she is into the real estate business as well. Then she has Raw Limited. Now, through Raw Limited, she was importing contractually armored vehicles and military items into the country via Edubuahene. Can I tell you more? Edubuahene contracted her using his outfit, National Signals Bureau, my brother, my sister, to bring cars from Russia and other places. Look at it here. Raw Limited, owned by Rashida, got a contract to supply vehicles to the tune of 15 million, I beg your pardon, 15,654,255 American dollars. Vehicles supplied to NSB, National Signals Bureau, in 2024. That's just last year. And now, Signals Bureau is looking for these vehicles. They want vehicles. Where did the vehicles go? How many vehicles were supplied? To the tune of 15 million plus. Her other company, Isaiah Limited, got another 23,250,000 American dollars. And this is not Gambian dollars or Liberian dollars. This is American dollars. Over 23 million American dollars. Contract to supply 15,000 phones at a price of $1,550 per phone. And we are talking about Gota phones in 2024. And the two contracts were only 2 months apart. Was it sole sourcing? Was it something that was shrouded in some kind of secrecy, corruption? Number 4, there are more contracts from NCA for Rashida, my brother, my sister, to companies owned by Edubuahene and his wife. Now, many people ask me, how is this related to corruption? If, my brother, my sister, we see contracts that come like that within 2 months to one person, close to 40 million American dollars. We must understand why this person is so special to get this. Was it sole sourcing? Is there any emergency, any danger? Did they go by the PPA laws, procurement? That's what we are interested in. Then we get to hear that a lot of the stolen money also went to her. We were the first to break the news here. And I'm here to update you. Can I update you? Come here! Today, Rashida went to the UMB bank, where a lot of the stolen money is. Having sneaked into the country, as she normally does, fly through La Côte d'Ivoire, find a way of entering into the country, because our borders are so porous. My brother, my sister, she went to the bank and she was there to download money, a huge amount of money, into her bag. Big amount of money. The stolen money is part of this. She thought we're joking. She thought that we probably are saying this out of hatred. And boom, police appeared. Madam, what are you doing? I'm a customer of the bank. I'm here to transact business. They pulled her inside and they told her, your account is frozen. Come here! Your account is frozen. Why is my account frozen? Are you sure you don't know? All the news going around about you, are you sure that you don't know? She started to shed tears, crying that she had been victimized publicly. She created a scene. My brother, my sister, it took some bankers and some people to calm her down, and then she sneaked out. Pop! Again. My brother, my sister, that is not the only thing. I hear that she is a flight risk right now as we stand. Investigations are deep, running after her. The next thing we are going to be hearing, after Edu Boahin goes in there comfortably with his wife for stealing our money, have no mercy for thieves. The next thief that will follow would be this one here called ALHAJI'S wife, Rashida Sani. My brother, people work hard and struggle and suffer. So when I see thieves, I honestly don't sympathize with them. We all could have been thieves, but we decided to chase decency. My brother, my sister, if and when Edu Boahin goes in there, having been proven beyond all doubt that this is one of the most terrible thieves we have had in our security institutions, then Rashida can follow suit. Then they will continue their romance there. Husband, wife, and side chick. For now, she is hot. She went for the money. And she pretended that she didn't know that the account had been frozen. Today, my brother, my sister, I want to say congratulations to all these wonderful security agencies and also investigators, with special mention of Iyoko. They are keeping their eyes sharp like eagle's eyes on everyone who has stolen a penny from us and making the work very attractive. If Rashida is innocent, may she be free. If she is, may the claws of the law come down on her. After all, our thief, your thief, are the same thieves. They are both thieves, and they. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here, my brother, my sister, we speak truth to power. My most exciting moment is when we see the bad guys taken away from society and locked up somewhere where they can be in peace and leave us also in peace. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Let's go to the next story. Now the next story is equally interesting. And I need you to be part of this. Ghana's two most disgraceful MPs ever. Ghana's two most disgraceful MPs ever. I remember here, we don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. Patriotism. Come here. My brother, my sister. The first man we are talking about is a man who everyone has heard about in one way or the other. They disgrace the nation. They put us into shame. They had no respect for patriotism. Today we are looking at two of them. Two MPs who shamed the nation. The first one is Eric Amoateng. Eric Amoateng. He's 72 years old today. He's one of the most dangerous, disgraceful people this country has ever had. He was born on the 19th of February in 1953. And he was born right there in the BA. He decided to adopt a certain village called Amoma as his hometown. And whilst growing up, he was just somebody who wanted to make it in life. This guy called Eric Amoateng. He went to school in Nkoranza. Then he went all the way, finished his O level and A levels, both in Nkoranza. From there, he went to the teacher training school in the same Nkoranza. After that, he went to teach. Then he went to the University of Ghana and studied religion, majoring in Christian religion. And when he returned to his people in Nkoranza and Amoma, my brother, my sister, something happened. He started making money. People couldn't explain where the money was coming from. He became a philanthropist. He was a heavy spender. People were knocking on his doors and he was giving money. Involved in developmental projects. You know, when people want to become politicians, in order to be elected, they spend a lot of dubious monies like this. He was one of those, Eric Amoateng. Then they made him the chief of the area. And he smiled. This was what he was looking for. He became the chief, some people even say king of Bomene in the area. And when he became chief or king, people were coming to him, giving him reverence. We were told that he was involved in some visa fraud and some other such issues. Then he got the opportunity to go into the Parliament House. The first time he tried, they didn't give him the opportunity because of some technicalities bordering fraud and all that. So my brother, my sister, he waited till the next elections. And when he went for the next elections, he threw money around like Blakk. Come here! Blakk! All over the place. I hear the correct pronunciation is Blakk. Like Homowo. Throwing it all over the place. And people saw him as the biggest philanthropist in the area. Every small problem, go to Eric Amoateng. They voted him massively on the ticket of the NPP, the Drug Peddlers Party. And boom, he got into Parliament in 2004. Fresh MP, not knowing he was a drug baron. This guy, Eric Amoateng, drug baron, dangerous drug baron. You know what he did? He parceled heroin, not cocaine, not ntampe, nothing like that. Heroin, very addictive drug, into 12 different pots. You see these pots they sell at the art center and all that, as if he was going there for some pottery business. Look at what he did. he sent the ports ahead to JFK, and he himself, with a friend of his called Okain AJ, they went the following day, and they didn't go to JFK. They decided to go to Newark in New Jersey, where Kennedy Japan has his house. My brother, my sister. And when they arrived, authorities already knew that they had a link with the cargo that had arrived the previous day, the ports full of heroin. They didn't touch anything. They left them. They arrived in Newark, went to JFK, and then they went and picked the ports quietly, and went to Staten Island, New York, and put all that in a warehouse. Authorities were watching them do everything. You know, American investigators are very patient. They have the patience of the vulture. Watch what happened now. They went away. The following day, they came to inspect their loot. Now, when immigration asked Eric Amoatin why he was in America on arrival at the airport, he said he was there to buy watches to take back to Ghana and sell. So, oh, good business. That's okay. And he went away. When they went into the warehouse to inspect the heroin in the 12 different ports or even more, authorities came there. You are under arrest. And when they opened the ports, 136 pounds of heroin, raw drugs. At the time, the street value was 6 million American dollars. This guy would have returned to Ghana with 6 million American dollars. And he will go to Nkranza and fool the people again that he is a philanthropist. Yet he's killing millions with his dirty attitude of drug peddling. He was arrested. Then instantly, he said, oh, I'm a diplomat. He wanted to pull his diplomatic immunity. American authorities said, Dabida. I'm a diplomat. I represent the people of Ghana. I am a parliamentarian. Please, leave me. He said, leave what? Yes, a diplomat, but this is very terrible. They took him in and sentenced him, my brother, my sister, to 12 years of prison term. This was 2005. It was being debated in court. I beg your pardon, in the Parliament House in Ghana. And it came out that they should give him time. He will get over this and return. They waited for 2 solid years. Fresh MP, first time in Parliament. And within months, he was already smuggling heroin. When he didn't come, around 2007, there was pressure on the government to take him out. My brother, my sister, and he himself wrote a resignation to the people of Ghana and said, you know what? I resign shamefully. My brother, my sister, dash him away. Come here. He disgraced the nation. 12 years. On the 19th of March 2007, they put him in there. And you know, jail term is not the normal 12 months we have. So he came out of prison. Which prison did they lock him in? The Moshannon Valley Correctional Center in Pennsylvania, in America. That was where he was locked up. This place. Now, when he came out of jail, they quickly banded him like a bunch of cassava, threw him in the next aeroplane, back to Ghana. And when he arrived, NACOP arrested him too. And then started to investigate him. They agreed that they had to seize all his properties because of the disgrace he put Ghana through. The NPP at the time fought it very much and used criminal means to shroud the whole thing. And the idiot went back to Nkranza and went into his 400-acre farms in which we were told he was planting marijuana. The drug peddler, the visa racketeer, the crook who became a diplomat, never again. An idiot like that, his 2 children would see my 2 children later and call their father a failure because I didn't know how to sell heroin. I didn't know how to trick people to vote me into parliament. Eric Amwating, at a point, wanted to be elected again as MP after what he did to us. He's no longer a chief. Nobody respects him there. He sits there like a hermit, maybe smoking ntampe and heroin. The NPP is not proud of him. Such a shameful bunch of idiocy. My brother, my sister, Anochi himself, Okonfo Anochi, is waiting for him to come there. He will lash the hell out of him and throw him into hell. It's the Blakk pot. Another MP who disgraced the nation. My brother, my sister, Adamu Dramani Kakande. I got to meet this guy when he was incarcerated. You know what he did? In 2008, he caused a big stir in Ghana. He was able to remove Ayarga, Mahama Ayarga, from the Boku constituency there. He came in full force. London guy. He was born in Boku, but he went to school in Portsmouth. He went to school in England. He had some stint in America. So he came there, and his accent was enough to tell the people that, oh, you know what? This guy should be considered. They pushed away Mahama Ayarga, now majority speaker in parliament, and took him. He took over from Hawa Yakubu Ogede, powerful woman. My brother, my sister, when they checked it out, the brother here was neither a Ghanaian nor a Ghanaian. He tricked election people, told them that he was Ghanaian. As to how they were not able to see it, it came out that he had a British passport. So he was British and 2 Burkinabe. Then later he grabbed a Ghanaian passport and added it, and he got 3 passports. Many people said there was even a Togolese passport included. My brother, my sister, and by our laws, you are supposed to be a single citizen of a country, this country, before you can run. He won. And when he won, he took a farmer, a cattle farmer, to blow the alarm. And when we went to court, you know the excuse he gave? And you know who his lawyer was? The great Yoni Kulendi. Yoni Kulendi begged the court to give him a lesser sentence. He said, Darby. You know the excuse he gave? He said he had contracted a certain guy who told him that he could do the job, to work out for him to renounce his British citizenship. And the guy came back to tell him that yes, he had done it, only for him to realize that the work had not been done. Can we imagine such a cock and bull story? Listen, he said the guy told him that the citizenship thing had been done. My brother, my sister, He brought disgrace to this nation. He was a citizen of Burkina Faso, citizen of England, then by force citizen of Togo somewhere, Benin somewhere, Cameroon somewhere, and then Ghana somewhere. And he was an MP. They locked him up. Unfortunately, he had been sick from 2006, on and off. He died in England in 2020. My brother, my sister, we will never forget these MPs. And he was also an NPP MP. When Jachikwesi's issue came up, people remembered Adamu Dramani Sakande. Never again. We have to be proud of our country. If you want to be a citizen of 2 million countries, stay away from our politics. It's as simple as that. It's the Blackport, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we shall take your messages, and then we'll do a final story, and we'll be done. Hey ya, hey yo, wayo,
Blackport. Kukushona.
It's the Blackport, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. Please hit on the subscription button, and then you hit also on the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. This is the headquarters of the truth, and I'm most excited to be with you. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us, and I'm more than excited to be with you. Okay? Now, send your comments in. Send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook. And we are very excited to read the messages. Okay? Conscious Agbemenu also is watching. Hunai C. Adam says, welcome, Blakk. Franklin Safu says, good evening, boss. Why are they wasting time on prosecuting this Hanan man and the others? I thought the president said they should fast track the process so that we can learn not to steal from our country. It is taking too long, in my humble opinion. Nation wreckers. Well, I wish it could be faster than what we are seeing now. Okay? Untamed Baron says the general, try and roll into the free English education. Okay? So saying that come in and then learn some English language. Okay? Solomon Ajete says fire. Yao Adobo says lack of now. Well, I don't know. Says my country is indeed working. Oh yes. And Untamed Baron says Ghana is crazily working again. Untamed Baron says, let's check our porous borders. Bernard Semenu says, our country is working again. Joe Polly says, my man Blakk Rasta, watching you from ATL. That's Atlanta, Georgia. May the Almighty God continue to bless you. Why wasn't she arrested? I wish I could tell you. I know why. I wish I could tell you. My brother, my sister. Now Joe Polly says he wants to know why Rashida was not arrested. I wish I could tell you. It's all I can say. Untamed Baron says, why allow her flee? She didn't flee. Like the patience of the American investigators to watch a man arrive at the airport, keep an eye on him till the next 2 days and arrest him. I think our investigators are also trying to bring the modern investigative tactics into play. Congratulations to Iyoko. Yeah, the person is very wicked woman. Harold N. Apia says crime pani. Now these kinds of madness only happen in Africa. Or do they happen in North America too? Untamed Baron says, Iyoko, congratulations. Adobo says she should have been arrested outright. I think I gave you the answer. Untamed Baron says, God richly bless you. Abundantly, Prophet Blakk Rasta. And then Bafo Che Kojo says, what's that general? Baron says, God richly bless you abundantly, Professor Blakk Rasta. And then the general says, Bafo, well, I can't read that, please. And then Untamed Baron says, such a, well, I don't know. I said, God richly bless you abundantly, Prophet Blakk Rasta. Keep speaking truth to power. Rap Thunder said, this Hanan is very funny. Mama says, Blakk. Bernard Wilson is smiling. And then Pabin says, like Trini Jonas always says, the truth would always defeat lies. Hey, Trini Jonas, is he around? It's been a long time. Send my regards to him. Ken Colley says, fire, yeah. Untamed Baron says, the general, be warned. You are all warned. Okay? All right, I think they're trying to warn somebody who is trying to be uncouth. Okay, we don't accept that in the family here. You can air your views as much as you want. If you're trying to be uncouth, we may have to salute you by. This is a very progressive channel, and this channel is for nothing but positivity, patriotism. If you want Abua Kwasia, there are other channels where you can find that. So if you bring it here, we will redirect you to the place. JDSGH says, greetings, Blakk. We are live, woyoy. Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Blakk. And the Kojo One Fool says, Blackpot family, good evening. Black Lion says, watching live from Brampton, Canada. More fire, Blakk Rasta. Austin Lugutera says, heavily relaxed and watching. Rap Thunder says, great week to begin. I love you, legendary. Togbi Komla Deka says, run it, my Blakk brethren. And the JDSGA says, subscribe, share, and like. Wayoy. Charles Sani Alfred says, hi, Blakk Rasta. Hamis Larry says, hey, Blakk, keep the fire burning. Yadobo says, good evening, my professor. Welcome. Ken Colley says, hello, family. Share the broadcast. And, well, all right. More comments coming in. Make sure that your comments come via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook, okay? And then, Kujo says Rashida as a media personality should have by now approached Iyoko and cut a deal. If she really means well, she should have by now be patriotic and assist with investigations. Wow. Since she hasn't been able to do anything of such till now, that only tells she's guilty of the accusations leveled against her. Well, not guilty until proven guilty. All right? So we have the patience of the vulture. Penny Yina Dixon says, I am very sad for Ghana. Ras Oko Kofi Sun Moon says, I love the way the classroom is quiet today. All right? Yeah, man. It is what it is. And of course, I'm enjoying it too. Let's take the final story. Then we take your comments and we are done. Story number 4. Watch this. Was that the Lumba a pedophile? Who is a pedophile? Somebody who sleeps with underaged people. If you are a man and you sleep with underaged children, you are a pedophile. My brother, my sister. And if you are a woman and you deal with males who are underage, you are in the same category. Daddy Lumba is the man whose photograph you see here. We love his music. We loved him. I met Daddy Lumba twice all my life, and we had a beautiful conversation. He was born in September, just like me. On Monday, just like me. He's Kojo, just like me. We shared a lot of things in common. He found his way all the way into Germany. When he got the opportunity, his family came together, contributed money, and sent him there. He met a lady there called Teresa, who helped him stay right there in Germany and even get him recorded in a studio when he started doing music in Germany there. Teresa. He made a beautiful song for Teresa. Teresa, 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 Bible say, oh my God. Recently, he opened his heart and spoke so much about Teresa. We all danced to the song, and we didn't really know the deep things of the song. But now we know that the Lumba, he was married to a woman called Akosua Sewa. And together, they ticked and talked on the streets of Germany. He met this beautiful woman, and they started a very beautiful relationship. And you can see the good old days, the bogger days. Daddy Lumba is Ghana's Michael Jackson. His songs are almost like sermons to so many people. And a lot are laced with some aspects of adult language. Daddy Lumba. Daddy Lumba died recently, and people have been talking about it. I honestly told myself I wouldn't want to talk about Daddy Lumba's death. Let me just mourn him quietly. But I chanced upon something that is worth talking about. My Joy Online published it. I'd heard it on radio, TV, and when I went into some little research, boom, it hit me. Although Brony was 14 years when Daddy Lumba entered into a relationship with her, lawyer suggests in court, and this is just 27th November 2025, a few days ago. Run the story. The age of Priscilla Ofori, the second defendant in the spousal wrangling involving high life music icon Daddy Lumba, was a subject of discussion at Tuesday's hearing of a Kumasi High Court. And what happened? Counsel for Akosua Sewa Fosu suggested to James Beniako Boateng, a witness of the second defendant, Priscilla Ofori, also known as Odobruni, that the latter entered into a relationship with the late musician when she was 14 years old. James Boateng, the principal witness, is a tax administrator married to a sister of Odobruni. He's a native of Apa near Jamasi in the Ashanti region, but resides at Tabora in Accra. He told the court that the late musician met Odobruni in 2006 when she was a final year student at Ashley College, a second cycle school. Even though he could not tell if Daddy Lumba and Odobruni were in an amorous relationship, the two went ahead to date for 4 years before finally settling down as a married couple on April 10, 2010. April 10, 2010. How old was Daddy Lumba in 2010? He was born in 1964. So let's even say 1960. 2010 would have made it 50 years, right? Minus 6. So that's what? 44. So that means Daddy Lumba was about 44 years when he met Odo Bruni. Now, when I went into the research, dash it away, information reaching me, I said that Daddy Lumba met Odo Bruni. How did they meet? So many different versions. But the most credible amongst all this is that Odo Bruni used to come around Daddy Lumba's house asking for employment. She wanted to be a house girl. And one day, Daddy Lumba decided to take her in after several attempts. The wife was in Germany. One thing led to the other. And it was said that she truly was 14 years at the time. They went ahead to do their things. And she got pregnant. In order to hide it from the wife and some other people, he decided that the girl shouldn't go to school anymore. Just stay at home. She stayed at home and gave birth. In all, they have 6 children. It would have been 7, but we hear one passed on. They are twins along the line. So 6 children in all. From 2010, when they got married, the marriage has been blessed with 6 children. 7, one passed on. Now, my brother, if this is anything to go by, I know that the Akan people have a certain marriage system where you would start paying for a little child's education and taking care of the child. I think it's called a siwa warrior. When the person is of age, then you marry the child. Not only the Akan, some other ethnic groups do that. In recent times, it's been condemned. But my brother, my sister, that's people's tradition. Even with that, you are not supposed to touch the woman until the woman comes of a certain age. In our laws in Ghana, 14 years is still immature, minor. Did Daddy Lumba started humping the young lady at 14? When did the girl get pregnant? We hear her first child is 19 years old. When you calculate it back, deducting that from her age, which many say is plus and minus 34. It means that they started early. My brother, my sister, they started early. It means she was about 50. It's very easy to prove this. Find the firstborn. What is the age of the firstborn? Not football age. Find the age of the lady. Deduct that and you are able to tell. Is it true that she gave birth to a child at 15, pushing 16? Did Daddy Lumba do it that early? Was he a pedophile? Did family know about this? My brother, my sister, we all remember the story of R. Kelly, Robert Kelly, and how he dealt with Aaliyah. How many of us remember Aaliyah? Back, Paedophile, like we used to sing in those days. She intentionally increased her age in order to marry R. Kelly, Robert Kelly. In those days, he wrote a lot of her songs and aided her with her music. They fell in lust, and she increased her age so she could marry R. Kelly. At the time, she was only 13. But she said she was 17. Whatever it was. And they got married. Later, they denied it. Look how R. Kelly ended. Pedophile. He was almost like a rapist and all that. Did Daddy Lumba do all these things? Is it necessary to talk about this at this time? Yes, it is. In our culture, we don't say bad things about the dead, which is a mistake. If the dead get to know that all the bad things they do whilst they are alive, when they die, we shall talk about them. They will be careful when they are alive. My brother, my sister, from housemaid to mistress, from mistress to wife, and then they started making babies. Now, Daddy Lumba and this amorous relationship brought about an authorship of confusion. He has altered confusion. And the whole Ghana is talking about it. Families are feuding. People are talking. And his soul is not resting in peace. That's if he has a soul at all. It's sad. I wouldn't moralize it on Daddy Lumba. Neither would I moralize it on anybody. But the truth is this. It's very easy to investigate this. When did Lumba start humping the young girl? Have they done justice to Daddy Lumba's wife, Akosua Sewa? What is the problem that the family cannot come together and let justice go in the direction of justice? I honestly did not want to talk about Daddy Lumba's issues. But pedophilia has pushed me into it. I'm looking at that aspect. If it is true and is proven, then we need to put it out there. Boycott his music. Boycott his brand. Even in death, it will reach him there. That is if it's proven. In some countries they do that. But with us, the dead instantly become saints. Is the Black Pot, aka Kokushonemo, where we speak truth to power. It's time to say bye-bye to you. And let's take your final comments and we are out of here. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please remember to do that. Yes, hit on the notification bell. Anytime we are on, you'll be reminded to watch us. God will nuku kuju says Hanan must have convinced Ken that. Listen, I went to Benin and the sacrifices are massive. Why are you thinking the same way I'm thinking? The case is dead and buried. Come tell Iyoko, the houses are yours, not mine, and let's share the proceeds. You see, they become very, what's the word? Confident after seeing the malams. Okay, the thing is dead. Just go. Then they confidently come in. They do this. Not with Raymond Acha. Said Isaka says Black Rasta. Mosh Moshe. Mosh Moshe. Good job. Charlotte Agbeka says the Ken guy must open his ass for investigation. Idrisu Iliasu Gampene says Masha Allah. Good evening. Esther Ahundo says Asem Penipa. Nipa Nepe Asem. Oliver Arega says Black Rasta more fire. Richmond Sotti says fire. Kukusho. Richmond says Sotti says God will nuku kujo. I believe strongly that's the truth. Both should be highly investigated thoroughly. All right. And then Boy Prophecy says, this man thinks he's smart, but the current government we have is far smarter. Nana Ogum Powers say Black Rasta more fire. Boy Prophecy says, thank you Black for your good work. The good work you're doing for Ghana, our beloved country. God bless you and God bless our country. Okay? More comments coming in. Amadou Kalichi is smiling. William Bills Wellington says, Kukushonamo, God they work. Says, Black, today children are watching you live and they love you so much. So continue your good work. Wayo, thank you. Pat Awo says, greetings, Black Rasta. Conscious Agbemenu Awosu and Raz Kakaiku Emmanuel are watching. I hope you have both subscribed to the channel so that every time we are on, you'll be reminded to watch, right? And then, who is this? Wuni. Wuni. Chanti Wuni. Says, more fire from the Netherlands. Ras Oko Kofi Sun Moon says, greetings, me King Black Rasta, the Kuku Show King. Burn the fire, okay? And thanks for the good job. Abubakar J. Osman says, great week again. Welcome, Blakk. We admire your service to the nation. Allah bless you and continue to keep you safe for us. Ibra Kadabra says, Assalamu alaikum. Okay? It is what it is. Okay? And then Bills Abound says, welcome, Blakk. Time for some truth. Rosemary Kwamine says, I will really love to meet you when I come to Ghana. Why not? Tindani Isa says, good evening, Blakk, my brother. Monitoring light from Tamale. Keep the fire burning. Buba Ture says, thieves. Conscious Agbemenu Awosu is still watching. Godwin Nuku Pokujo says, le maître est là. Bienvenue, prophète de la vérité. The master is here. Welcome the prophet of the truth. That's what he says in French. Notre pays ou rien. Our country or nothing. Thank you so much, Godwin Nuku Kujo. And Nana Ogum Powers say, Black Rasta, more fire. Victor Mensah says, good evening, my boss. Esther Ahondo says, Black Pot. Victor Mensah says, more fire. Fire, yabu. This is where it all comes to an end. I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you and apologize for the slight technical error right at the beginning of the show. We do appreciate you and we do love you. If you haven't subscribed, please take the last moment to touch on the subscription button and hit on the notification bell so you can be part of this anytime we come on. Until then, on behalf of the team here, tomorrow we have some serious exclusives for you. Hey. Hey there, which way? We'll see you again tomorrow. Jah bless. Hey ya. Hey yo. Woyo.
Power